Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk, MJF, who should win? We're about to hop right on into this. I got my boy Revenant R with me today. What's going on, Revenant R?
What's going on, Corey B? What's going on, Too Sweet Pod?
Oh man, ain't nothing much, man. Just trying to kill some time, talk some wrestling, and we're about to hop right on into this thing. We're gonna jump into MJF, CM Punk, talk about Jeff Hardy as well. But first off, let's rewind back to last night. CM Punk in Long Island, New York. What a segment. MJF's
enemy fucking territory, my dude. Enemy fucking territory. And that shit was wild. Holy shit. And not for nothing. Shout out to the dude who was wearing the Tanjiro and Nezuko Kamado shirt last night. Shout out to you, my brother. You were doing a fantastic job making the anime community proud. But not for nothing. As soon as I saw that dude, I'm like, damn, being in enemy territory and being from Long Island, that's something that most people would know about. I mean, most New Yorkers are not to be messed with. They are not to be fucked with, to be fair. And Marie Shadows is a New Yorker,
yes.
But literally, this is something that nobody has ever known about Eddie Kingston, about Marie, or about MJF. I mean, hell, Matt Cardona. Even though Matt Cardona is the same way, but he's kind of an a-hole. He's kind of an a-hole because he scams a lot of people out of their money, and I'm like, geez, we actually know that, but
looking at,
but it's like,
go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, but looking at the promo that CM Punk did through and through, like looking at it, like damn, man, that's crazy. And this was before I left to go see Sword Art Online yesterday. Jesus.
Oh man, when MJF's music hit, I was curious, is the fans gonna cheer him? I mean, is the fans gonna boom the heel, or are they gonna cheer the hometown boy? He got a hell of a pop when his music hit. And CM Punk comes out and it's like, okay, I like where this is going. And CM Punk, he used a lot of cheap heat of the Islanders. I feel like he relied on that a lot, but nevertheless, it was a fantastic promo. And you could tell, whether it's Bryan Danielson or CM Punk, they enjoy being a heel. You could see the glee and the cheesy grin all over CM Punk's face. To hear the people booing him, he loved every bit of it, man. And it was well done. It was super well.
It was well done. That was perfectly executed to my opinion. And yet I know that there's a lot of cheap heat, a lot of pops, with wrestling. I mean, a lot of people could go either way. And I mean, hell, with Dawkins, and yes, I'm saying Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits, he's an anime fan too, so shout out to him. But for God's sake, we don't see much wrestlers talk about their hobbies or talk about stuff outside of the ring and talk about their past accomplishments, because that is the whole past accomplishment thing is kind of taboo, if it were. Like really now it's becoming taboo, and we understand that, but what the hell? Like during the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale, we actually know that there was some twists and turns and all this other shit. Leo Rush, eliminating Powerhouse Hobbs. I mean, that's setting up a feud between them, and then not only that, but Ricky Starks getting eliminated
But
hell, even Wardlow getting eliminated shockingly. I mean, I thought that would have been nice to have Wardlow actually win the Dynamite Diamond and actually keep it, in the Pinnacle. That would have been a great turnaround for the big man. And honestly, that would have been at least some sign, and I mean some sign of the young man, being his own character instead of being the big powerhouse that he is.
He's on the like at some point he's going to be on the Dave Bautista path where Batista turns on Triple H and gets the big run. But going backwards,
yes,
on the Battle Royal, the promo package for MJF was just, I loved it. It was so cheesy.
I mean,
talking about his time in the sports, like the whole.
Oh my god, that was so cheesy. That was so cheesy that I couldn't even find. That was so cheesy that I couldn't even stop laughing. That was so fucking cheesy that I couldn't stop laughing.
It was fantastic. But looking at MJF versus Punk, but at the end of the Battle Royal, it comes down to MJF and Dante Martin. I don't know why Dante Martin turns on Team Taz. That whole storyline, like, I guess that's another story for another day. But to the point,
I mean, it was the whole and I'm gonna do another anime reference. It's another, let's say, bait and switch. Like, this is another bait and switch type of thing with with Yuga Aoyama being the UA trader. Those of us who've actually read the My Hero Academia manga are usually being forced to read it or forced to actually know the details of it. But literally, this is like the old bait and switch deal with Dante doing a swerve on Team Taz, which basically he didn't even sign a contract. He didn't even sign a contract, with Leo. But Leo knows that Dante was going to get screwed by Team Taz. And literally, do I think his brother Darius is going to come back and actually align himself with Leo Rush? I believe so. And I think Darius would make the smart move, either joining Leo Rush and his brother Dante, or joining Team Taz, or even joining the Acclaim. I mean, really, the Acclaim are nothing to sneeze at. But like, they can be annoying, but they're supposed to be annoying, which is good. So, yeah.
I'll say this: if they were gonna have him turn on Team Taz, I guess I would have rather just, like, why turn him, or why have him align with Team Taz in the first place? Just have him feud with Team Taz as a face. That would be my standpoint on it. But going back to the original topic at hand, who should win? MJF or Punk? Here's the way I see it. The promos back and forth have been outstanding. But here's the deal.
Yes.
CM Punk has called this man the dollar store bootlegged Miz. And at this point, I'm here to say that you cannot have him say all of that and have MJF go on to lose the match. MJF has to win. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if it's by cheating. You hit him with the dynamite diamond ring. Make something happen. CM Punk will be okay. MJF absolutely has to win the eventual match that will be CM Punk versus MJF. What do you think about that?
Man, I have to 100% agree, because literally CM Punk has all the momentum that he's given. He lost his initial match. He lost his initial match because of interference. And yes, do I believe that the winning streak / win-lose streak is going to come to an end, a second time with MJF? It needs to happen with this young cocky upstart, and it needs to happen because because a lot of people may or may not know that MJF is just, that same little dude. It's just that same little dude who was on Rosie O'Donnell's, talk show back in the day. And yes, I know about that past. I know about that past because I've watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, me too.
I actually know because I'm a couple of years older. I'm like 2 to 3 years older than MJF. I'm not even a wrestler. I would actually be a commentator or a damn manager.
How old is he?
Just to say the least. But
How
yeah,
old is MJF?
I think MJF would do better would do better with the victory anyway.
Yes. It's gonna be very interesting, man, because but first, how old is MJF again?
He's about 24, 25.
Young guy, and that's precisely why.
And I'm 26 to 27.
Right, your young guy has to win here. And I look at this the same way as I look at a Danielson versus Hangman Page. I don't know how old Hangman Page is, but he is considered, the guy, one of the original founding fathers of AEW. He has to win that match. MJF, one of the original founding fathers of AEW, he has to win the match against Punk. So that would be very interesting, man. That whole ordeal will be very interesting to see how it turns out. I'm pretty sure Twitter will complain in some ways.
Hangman's around his 20s or 30s at least. He's around his 20s or 30s, and with Kenny Omega, he's around his 30s to 40s. He's around his mid 30s to 40s, I believe.
Right.
And
Omega's
up
there.
And the same could be said for Cody as well, because he wanted to continue this path. He wanted to continue this path before 40. So I think that could be the difference maker in all of this.
Right. I agree. Moving on to something else, man. What the final topic, I guess, of the day? Jeff Hardy has been released by WWE, and man,
yes.
I just hope Jeff's okay, man. I hope everything's good. He had a bout where they
I hope everything's okay, because honest to God, Beth Hardy has been adamant on this thing, and she's been worried about Jeff's health and him doing all this crazy stuff, and he's got a daughter to look after, man. He's got a daughter to look after and all this other stuff, trying to break into the business. I mean, hell, Triple H's daughter is trying to break into the business. Triple H's kid is trying to break into the business too, and then you have The Rock's kid, breaking into the business as well. I mean, honestly, it's good that we're getting future generations and everything, but also to that point, with The Rock's cousin, not Jimmy Snuka's daughter, but Nia Jax. Nia Jax, in and of itself, she was a great wrestler. She was a great, women's champion, even though she was a big girl. But a lot of people underestimated her because, she wasn't trained well. And I'm like, that's not her fault. That was just the many mistakes that comes with being a wrestler. And yes, WWE's, training is hard enough, but literally take into account the wrestling ideologies that New Japan has to do, or that MLW has to do, or that AAA has to do, and so on and so forth. It's like there are different wrestling schools and different coaches that teach you.
Absolutely, man.
I mean, take for example, my friend Eric Scott Keemer. Shout out to Eric, who's the voice of Igor Obanai for Demon Slayer. Shout out to you. But like I'm saying, it's like Eric is trained to wrestle, not just with wrestling for wrestling, but he's actually trying to go and wrestle for New Japan or WWE. And literally, he's trying to make that step forward for himself. So really, he's got plenty of options. He's got plenty of options. He's got plenty of options, whether it's MLW or 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 New Japan or WWE. He's got those. He's got those. Prospects, and personally, that could be good for him, and actually give him some credit where credit is due.
Right. But going back to Jeff Hardy, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I just hope everything's okay, and I think this is a time to where like it shouldn't turn into hope. I haven't really checked through Twitter, but hopefully I ain't turning into a Jeff Hardy should go here, Jeff Hardy should go there, whatever. Just we.
Man, I've checked, and I'm being everybody's watchful eye on this. I've checked, and man, people are upset about this. Some people are happy that Jeff's gone, but then there are those of us like myself. I've been a fan since Jeff Hardy returned back in 2006, and personally, I didn't even watch some of his stuff back in the 2000s. Prior to it, right around 2002 to 2003 at least. I didn't even watch it because I was still young.
Oh, right. He had some great stuff back in. I mean, some of his best stuff, arguably, in that 2002-3 time frame. Some awesome stuff. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like so many people are overlooking the fact that Jeff Hardy has done incredible things, but he's also been great because he wanted to bring out his alter ego. He wanted to bring out his alter ego, Willow. He wanted to bring that out before he retired. But like he just wanted to bring that out for WWE so the fans could actually, understand his character. But since he got released, that's probably not gonna happen.
Right, man, and I don't know. We'll see what the story is going forward. I don't, you don't want to speculate on these type of things, but we'll see how it turns out. But hopefully, all is well. Hopefully, all is well.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's about it today, man. We just had 2 topics on the docket.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll see what goes on going forward with Jeff and also in the wrestling world. What we got tonight? We got Impact on tonight. We got Friday Night SmackDown, and
tomorrow, and we also got Rampage that time after. So, yes, we got Hook. Yes, we got the debut of Hook taking on Fuego del Sol. I mean, that's going to be an interesting match, even though that's going to be a squash match for Fuego because Fuego is going to get squashed like a bug.
I'm excited.
I mean,
man. Considering who Hook's father is, man, I don't want to put too much pressure on him because you know how things people try to make them live up to the parent, and I'm not trying to do that. But I
mean, honestly, and this is me as a fan of his dad. Not just with his commentating skills, but mainly seeing him, actually wrestle. Seeing him wrestle on TV, like some of his videos and stuff. Like he knows how to wrestle, and he's a small dude. And this is going for Taz. Taz is a small dude, but he still knows how to go around. He knows how to do his Taz missions. He still knows how to do his submissions and his suplexes and all that stuff. Like really, nothing will be set in stone once we see Hook in action. And yes, he's being trained by the Nightmare family. And yes, there is a lot of respect, but there is also going to be a lot of animosity with Cody and the others. And I think with Cody and Dustin being the teachers, I think Hook is going to be just fine.
Yeah, he'll be good. He'll be good. We'll see how that turns out. But until then, man, thanks for coming out, Revenant. Man, until the next time, man, you take care, and we'll stay in touch.
Oh yeah, we always got Discord to look forward to. I'm still waiting for your for a response for that, but I know you're busy,
Yeah, I gotta.
so yeah, so
got to get on the Discord.
yeah,
But,
yeah, man. I'll definitely be waiting because I haven't been doing too much, but I will definitely be looking out for that. But I still need to get in contact with some of my guys, and definitely I still got to get in contact with Eric and see if I could actually bring him in to Marie's Discord server because I actually got him in my server, with the other nerds and the other weebs.
yeah.
And I'm probably gonna be bringing you in so you could actually do your podcast stuff because I'm gonna be making a little podcast thing as I did last time, so I will be doing that.
Cool. Well,
All
okay,
right,
man.
man.
This is Corey B. Elite, Revenant R. We are signing out. Take care, man.
Ah!